I felt the tensions in the church the most and probably at its highest when I had a bit of a disagreement with leadership. And I think that just brought even more questions, and that forced me to ask the leadership some of these difficult questions. And that then led to moments that really just led to a little bit more of more hurt and confusion and disillusionment.
It really started when I experienced some trauma within church community and found myself very alone, very much struggling with what I believed.
As a woman, we were not allowed to speak audibly in services. We were not allowed to hold leadership positions over men. We were not allowed to contradict anything. If we wanted to say something or have something said in the church, we would have to go through a man, which would typically be either our father or, if you were married, your husband.
Some of my earliest memories are, being told stories about hell and being very afraid and praying over and over again for God to save me so that I wouldn't go to hell.
Hi, I'm John Amandala.
And I'm Karen Amandala.
And we're the co-founders of No Harbor. I'm the pastor in residence. I've been a pastor for 30 years, but having gone through my own process, the last 5 years, my congregation has mostly been people who are deconstructing, people who left the evangelical church. It's my privilege to walk alongside them, help them to reframe their faith and recenter their lives and faith around Jesus.
And I am a licensed mental health counselor, and I work with people from all different backgrounds, but specifically a lot of people who have spiritual and religious trauma.
It's well documented that the evangelical church has lost many people in the last decade. In fact, studies have shown that for the first time ever, the amount of people who believe nothing in particular has surpassed the amount of evangelicals in America. We call that group nuns because they believe nothing in particular. One of the largest sources of growth of that group are former evangelicals, people who have deconstructed their faith but have not reconstructed their faith. But we found that many people who've left the church, they don't want to leave Jesus. They don't want to become nuns, but they wind up losing their faith because they don't have help. They don't have people to help.
A lot of the people that I work with as a therapist, and then also as the work that we do with No Harbor, really are struggling to figure out what is their faith, what do they believe exactly of Jesus. They know where they've come from, and there's a lot of uncertainty and some confusion, and we have the privilege of walking alongside them in that journey.
In the No Harbor cohort, I felt that for the first time I was in a safe space within religion where I could finally ask questions and not be judged.
Definitely went into it with hope, but still very much traumatized, still very much broken and hurting.
Many years later, I heard the term deconstruction, and I kind of recognized it as something that I had gone through. But for me, I think the process of No Harbor was more of like a rebuilding and finding a sense of peace in uncertainty and assurance that this path is leading to something good.
It was very validating seeing how so many people went through the same hurt, if not similar, or hurts that were very heartbreaking to see. And being able to just heal as a community, that's where I feel like, ironically, in that small group of hurt people who were unheard for so long, that's where you felt the healing presence of Jesus.
In our cohorts, there's really 4 goals that we're accomplishing when we're together. The first is to reclaim our sense of true self, our identity, apart from evangelical identity norms. Second is to reconnect in community. We found so many people are really longing for community, people who are deconstructing. That's the thing that they want most is community. Thirdly, we help to reframe beliefs, reframe beliefs that have been harmful and make course corrections. And then lastly is to recenter Jesus in our faith.
I knew Christ to be good. I knew God to be good and faithful. but was just very disillusioned. And so a friend of mine had, recommended the book to me, No Harbor, and just immediately upon reading the introduction, I knew that I needed a community to walk through these things with me.
I felt that I either had to be fundamentalist in the way I was raised previously, or I might as well just not do anything at all. I didn't know if there was a place within Christianity for a person like me. If there was someone who wanted to walk away from the church and God, I would encourage them to express the things that they're feeling in a safe place like No Harbor.
And so I believe what we do in No Harbor, we provide that in the safety of a group dynamic, caring for one another, actually truly listening, not interrupting one another, and acknowledging with that person some of their hurts, their pains, and their confusion. And that's powerful.
I think what I'll remember most are the stories and life experiences that people in my cohort shared with me, and their pathways to their journeys of exploring their faith and really not being okay with being complacent or just accepting something that doesn't, that they know in their heart, is not right.
I had a spiritual leader just to kind of take me through really, really, really dark times and really, really hurtful experiences of my life, and just to see something better and deeper. And so that's what No Harbor means to me. I would do this video every day of the week if it meant at least reaching out to people who feel the same kind of hurt, and if it meant offering them a taste of hope.
No Harbor provides a safe place to express anything you're feeling without judgment. And I think that if you're looking for a place to talk about negative experiences you've had, No Harbor is definitely the place to do it.
If you are deconstructing, if you've left the church, one of the things that it may feel like, it might feel a little disoriented, like you're unanchored. No harbor, like you don't have a home, so to speak, and you're out on your own. And that's why we would invite you to come to a cohort so you can have some community. We're not meant to live this journey on our own. We're meant to be on a journey with one another.